Hello all, welcome to the second video in work and time playlist. In the previous video, we have discussed about the some important relations between work, time and the number of persons required to complete the work. In this video, we are going to discuss about the basic rules related to work and time. The first rule states that if a person can do a piece of work in n days, then that one person's 1 day's work will be 1 by n. It means if one person is doing the work in n number of days, then how much work will be done by that one person in 1 day? It means 1 by nth part of the work will be completed by that person in 1 day. I think it is clear. If one person is doing a task in n number of days, then that one person in 1 day, he will do 1 by nth part of the work. It is a first person. Let's say an example so that it will be more clear. Vandana completes work in 35 days. What work will she do in 1 day? So Vandana is taking 35 days to complete a work. Then in 1 day, how much work she will do in 1 day? How much work? It is simple. 1 by 35 of the total work will be completed by the Vandana. The second rule states that if a person, this is the completely opposite to this first rule. If a person's 1 day work is 1 by n, then the person will complete the work in n number of days. It means if 1 day work of a person is 1 by nth of the work, then how many days does the person takes to complete the one whole task or one whole work? Okay, it is reciprocal, n days. He will take n days. Suppose in the below example we can see Kavi completes 1 by 13th part of the work in 1 day. She is completing 1 by 13th part of the work in 1 day. In how many days will he complete the whole work, he or she? It means he will take 13 days. It is very simple. Suppose I am doing a task. I will take 2 days to complete a task. Okay, I will take 2 days to complete a task. Then in 1 day, how much I will do? I am taking 2 days for one work. In 1 day, I will complete half of the work, right? In 1 day. This is what the rule 1 and rules 2 are saying. I think rule 1 and rule 2 are clear. So let's move on to the rule 3. If a person is n times efficient, here we have to understand the word efficient. Efficient is more work should be done in less amount of time. Okay, this is what efficient means. So if a person is n times efficient than the second person, then work done by first person to second person, work done ratio we are calculating, first person to second person, this is the ratio. So if first person is more efficient means he is doing more amount of work, then how many times he is efficient? N times. Then the work done will be n:1. This is very important. We have to like whenever we are reading a question, we have to write these equations. If a person is 3 times, first person is 3 times efficient than the second person, then the work done ratio will be 3:1. It means the ratio of work done by first person to the work done by second person. And also the time taken to complete the same task will be 1:n. It means in the same example, first person is 3 times efficient, then the time taken will be 1:3. It means first person is completing less amount of time when compared to second person. Suppose let's take an example here. Like I am doing a task where I can perform 2 times efficient than my friend. Okay, 2 times efficient. Okay, I can do a task 2 times efficient than my friend. It means if my friend is completing the task in 5 days, then in how many days I can do? 2.5 days, because I am 2 times efficient than my friend. It means I can complete the task half of the time that is taken by my friend. And also in the same 5 days, how much work can I do? I can do 2 times the work. It means double the work I can do if I am given 5 days, but my friend will do only one work, but I can do in 5 days 2 times the work. So this is the difference. Let's take an example on this rule 3. P can do a work in 3 times the same faster than Q. So P is more efficient than Q. How many times? 3 times. And therefore takes 40 days less than Q. So he will complete the task 40 days less than Q. Okay, 40 days less than Q. Find the time taken by in which P and Q can complete the work individually. So the efficiency is 3 times, then the time taken by them will be 1:3, because it is reverse. P is more efficient, so less number will be for P, and Q is less efficient, so 3 will go for Q. Then let's take a constant K. Suppose the total amount of time required by them is K days, then 3K, which is the work time taken by Q, minus 1K, it is the time taken by P, will give 2K. The difference will be 40 days according to the question. It means the difference between the number of days is 40 days. So 3K minus 2K, it means 2K, which is known as 2K is equals to 40 days and K is equals to 20 days. What is the K? K is the total number of days taken by them. Then find the time in which P and Q can complete the work individually. Now we have to find individual work. It means 3K and 1K. 3K is 3 times into 3. It means 60 days for Q and 20 days for P. I hope this is clear. Let's move on to the next rule. If the ratio of number of men required to complete a work is m:n, m:n is the ratio to do a particular work. Suppose W is a work, then m number of people can complete a work in X number of days, and also n number of people can complete the same work in a Y number of days. Then the ratio of time taken by them will be n:n. Then this X:y will become n:m. Suppose if m:n is the ratio of men required to complete a work, then n:m will be the time taken by them to complete the same task. Okay, let's take an example. Suppose 5 persons are taking 10 days to complete a task. Then 10 persons will take only 5 days to complete the same task. So this ratio, the ratio of number of men required to complete the same task, it means 5 persons to 10 persons, which is nothing but 1:2, 5 ones, 5 twos, right? So this is the ratio of men required. Then what is the time ratio? It is reverse, 2:1. Let's calculate that also. The ratio, time taken by the first 5% will be 10 days, and the second 10% will be 5 days. 5 ones, 5 twos, 2:1. So we got the same thing, right? Let's take an example on this also. If 12 men can finish a work in 20 days, 12 men, they are taking 20 days to complete a task. Then find the number of days required to complete the same work by 15 men. We have to calculate the number of days. If 12 men are doing the work in 20 days, then 15 men takes how many days? It is a question given. So let's solve for this. We know that the ratio of men required is m is to n, then time taken by them will be n is to m. This is men required, this is time. Let's calculate the number of people required for the task ratio. It means 12 is to 15, because 12 men and 15 men. 12 is to 15 is the men required ratio. 3 4s, 3 5s. So 4 is to 5 is the ratio of men required. Then the ratio of time completion will be, it is a reciprocal. 5 is to 4 will be the time taken, which we already having is 20 days is to x days, right? This is equivalent to 20 is to x, because this is the time taken by them, and the actual number of days is 20 days and x days. So we have to make them equal, which is 5 is to 4 is equals to 20 is to x. Then 5 by 4 is equals to 20 by x. After cross multiplication, 5x is equals to 20 into 4, and x is equals to 20 into 4 by 5. 5 ones, 5 fours, 4 fours are 16. So x is equals to 16 days. So x is equals to 16 days. It means 12 men are completing in 20 days. Then 15 men will complete in 16 days. This is how we can solve the problems using these 4 rules. These 4 rules are very fundamental rules that we can use them in any type of work and time related problems. So I request everyone to go through the video if you don't understand any of the rule and practice them. In conclusion, we have discussed 4 important rules which we can use them for solving different types of problems. In the next video, we will discuss about the techniques that are required and also the important formulas or shortcuts so as to solve different types of problems. Until then, stay tuned and see you soon. If you find the video is more informative, then please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Number Nut.